Well, according to the University of Colorado Cancer Center, more than 2,600 Coloradans are diagnosed with blood cancer every year.
Tonight, we're sitting down with a Denver man who says his own experiences with cancer helped shape him into the doctor he is today. Denver 7's Ethan Carlson reports.
For most people, what you want to be when you grow up changes as you get older.
I just wanted to be like a firefighter or a police officer when I was young, and I was actually even in high school, I was working towards that was kind of the plan, one of the two.
For Dr. Luke Mountjoy, a physician at Colorado Blood Cancer Institute, his life changed course when he was 14 years old. His father was diagnosed with advanced pancreatic cancer. He died only 4 months later.
That was my first exposure, really big exposure at a teenage age, cancer and chemo and side effects, and I couldn't understand, why can't they just cut it out and be done with, all of those things, and learning all of that.
But unfortunately, that wouldn't be his last experience with cancer. Just 2 years later, Luke himself started suffering from severe bone pain. He was diagnosed with acute myelogenous leukemia at the age of 16. In the midst of a 95-day hospital stay, they had to consider whether or not to do a stem cell transplantation.
If I did the transplant, I would have to have changed my physician to someone else. So that was the tiebreaker, and it was an easy tiebreaker. I did not want to lose Dr. Odom as my physician, and she saved my life. Cancer patients, we just want to know that we're still okay. And that was the thing that I loved about her. When she walked into the room, before she even sat down, she would just be like, "Luke, your bone marrow's clean. Everything's fine. How are you doing?"
His experiences with cancer pushed him to become a blood cancer doctor, trying to mirror Dr. Odom's demeanor with his own patients, and wanting to inspire hope to patients and the families suffering with them.
Why'd you agree to an interview today?
I guess, God. I don't know why my leukemia responded well and I went into remission, and so many other people's don't. But I do want people to know that there's a light on the other side of the darkness. The patients and the physicians along the way that navigated this have got us to where we are today. And it's my life's mission to continue to carry that baton forward.
In Denver.
I don't think I would have the greatest job in the world without that experience.
Ethan Carlson, Denver 7.